What are your favorite memories of your times with the Boys and Girls Club?
One of my favorite memories would be the first Thanksgiving at the Shopneck branch in Brighton. To be there that night and see the hundreds of kids racing around and just having so much fun, and their parents being so grateful and happy to have this facility was really made our investment, and from my point of view, the best investment I've ever made. So that was just one of those moments as a trustee where you sit back and think, all the work, all the budgeting, all the things we don't see that are fun, like being with the kids, and then seeing what our labors produced was very, very exciting for me.
You know, Bill always said that the way you run a boys club is you get a storefront and you put a pool table in it, and you let some of the kids go play pool. Well, other kids look at it and say, that looks like fun, so they want to come in. So you let them come in, but you gradually suck them in from the pool table into the back, where they had sports, and they had, I think they probably had, I can't remember, but they probably had some sort of what we today would call a literacy program. But the education program was much less than the athletic program. And it was a matter of really socializing these children more and helping them move into the world a little better, with a little better understanding and respect for themselves. And so it was a wonderful time. But the fun was that there wasn't, in the gym at that place, there wasn't, it was a low ceiling. So Bill would always try to schedule the games as home games, so the other people who came to play them wouldn't be used to shooting baskets in a gym with a low ceiling, and his kids could do it better.
For instance, in the beginning, we didn't even have a program director, or at least not a full program director. So that was one of the greatest things to see, is finally we got somebody who was in charge full-time of the programs. And we needed that badly, because I've always believed the programs were the most important part of the clubs, because that's what it's all about, is our kids.
I maintain that Church Owen was the father, the mother, and the midwife of the Boys and Girls Club of Denver, originally the Boys Club of Denver.
When I first joined, of course, there was no electronic, there were no computer rooms, there was no education in computers, and that's the future of the country, and it's the future of jobs, is to have that skills. And so it's been good to see all of the way financially it's worked out to get computer facilities in each club and get the latest equipment and then get instruction, because education of these kids is so important. I'm sure that a number of them, and many of them, have gotten far better jobs out in the world than they would have without the Boys and Girls Clubs.
What are your hopes for the future of the Boys and Girls Club?
Probably my greatest hope is that we're able to serve more kids, serve more communities, and do it in a thoughtful manner that really goes to the neediest.
It's astounding how many needs are out there in the world in which we live and work, and particularly needs for young people. And I think I worry, because I know for a child to have the experience that he or she would have at the club, and to know that that support system would enable them to reach their dreams potentially, I worry we don't have enough of those experiences because we don't have enough clubs. And how do you meet the unbelievable need out there? And I don't have an answer for that, but I think as we go forward as a society, we are going to need to answer that, because our young people need an answer.
I mean, growth is fun, but growth has got its problems, and we just got to make sure we can raise the money for the clubs we have, and we're doing a marvelous job of it. But with the world and the shape it's in, it may be difficult. So this will come as no surprise to anybody. I'm a fiscal conservative. Be careful with our money. for the benefit of the kids.
You know, whether or not they learn to shoot pool or play soccer or not, ultimately, when they leave, why they should be better educated and better prepared for the job market out there. That's what to me is important.
I've just really been excited over the years of watching the growth. When, for instance, when I first started, there were only 4 clubs, and now we have the 15 clubs, and it's just unbelievable. Of course, the clubs had to grow with the growth of Denver as well, and that, I don't know how long that's going to go. We may end up with 30 clubs, who knows, at some point. But it's been very exciting to watch the growth.
You got to challenge yourself. I don't say you don't challenge yourself, but you got to raise the bar pretty darn high, because this money doesn't, once you have success over a few years, which certainly this Boys and Girls Club has, you might get to thinking that it's easy. Well, I don't believe that for a damn minute. And I don't think you can just pay for the brick and mortar and say, boy, we're going again, because I don't think it works that way. And some of our clubs are well situated in that world now. We don't know if it'll continue. You never know if that annual support is going to continue to the people who have their names on the clubs and stuff like that.
Thank you for giving me a place to create. Thanks for giving me hope for the future.
Thank you for giving me a place to play. Thank you for giving me a place to learn. Thank you for leaving a legacy for kids like me.
Is that turned off?